That is opening for the Foo Fighters. So they'll be doing that in Cincinnati next week. But the night before, they're going to stop off and play for you. Next Wednesday night, MGM Northfield Park, Mammoth WVH, special guest Broken Love. They're good too. Ticketmaster.com is going to have all of the exhaustive details for you. But if you're caller 10, I'll throw you a pair right here. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Have you ever been impregnated with excitement? Well, it looks like you're showing. Welcome back to your new daddy, Alan Cox.
To Sharon Osbourne's comment that she's a poor little thing by writing, I'm not poor at all. I think she maybe missed the way in which Sharon was using it. But
right.
She said, I taught a dance class last week to a couple of teenagers. See, this is the best part. Ozzy's, or Sharon, they're going to say something, right? I was waiting for Britney's response because that's where it's going to get wacky. And she said, I was teaching a dance class last week to a couple of teenagers. A lot of the kids were too thin and some were too big. And I know what it's like to be judged. So it's important to help each other, all caps, and invite each other to places that help our souls to grow. She referred to the Osbournes as the most boring family known to mankind.
Come on.
Damn, shots.
Shots fired.
Did she think they meant poor as in like
well, that's what I mean.
Performance-wise? Like, hey, I'm so good at dancing, I teach classes. Did she take it as like, you're not a good dancer?
I don't know how she took
It's
it.
a strange response.
I think they just meant, oh, it's sad, this poor thing.
I know. I understand that.
Right. It's Sharon, Ozzy, Kelly, and Jack Osbourne are on this podcast. Again, I should have assumed the Osbournes have a podcast because everyone and their dog has one, but I didn't know that they had a podcast until this popped up. Britney Spears referenced a Kate Beckinsale movie from the early aughts. It was her and John Cusack, I think, a movie called Serendipity. And, Kate Beckinsale, if you follow her, she's a woman who, I don't know if she's trying to cling to her youth. She looks amazing. But remember, she was banging Pete Davidson for a hot minute. And, but she gets a lot of comments from people that she should do more age-appropriate stuff. Kate Beckinsale's my age. She looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't suffer fools gladly either, nor should she. And I don't know what age-appropriate means. Why does age-appropriate only apply to older people?
What do you mean?
Well, they don't ever tell. When somebody's doing something stupid and they're in their 20s on social media, nobody's like, you should be doing more age-appropriate content.
Because that is age-appropriate.
No, it's age-appropriate when you're 12, not when you're 25.
Doing something stupid on social media is absolutely a 20-year-old game.
20, okay.
Definitely.
25, you're halfway to 30. You're halfway to 30.
I feel like it probably starts tapering off between 25 and 30.
Well, again, this proves my point. I don't know what the hell age-appropriate content means for anybody of any age. You get to a certain point and you got to stop doing stuff. Like, it's one thing if you, listen, Kate Beckinsale has earned videos of herself in her skivvies because she's in great shape. So if she looks the same as she did 30 years ago.
That's probably people just being jealous.
Oh, I'm sure it is. It's a lot of dudes maybe, but what a random person to follow and then give a hard time. Kate Beckinsale.
People love doing that, though.
Yeah, I know, but there are so many more usual suspects. Your Kardashians and your Rihannas and your Beyoncés or whatever.
Matt Rife called out Kate Beckinsale in like a YouTube thing he was
For
doing.
what?
For being crazy.
Oh, well, that's the rap on her. And I think
like,
that's where the Pete Davidson comes in.
Tread
And
lightly if you're going to try to date this woman kind of a thing.
Because he tried to?
I can't remember what it was, like for some, like maybe Variety Mag. It was for something where he had to do this on their YouTube, and he had to either take a shot of something disgusting or tell the truth about something, like truth or dare, but it was like truth or shot or something like that. And one of them was like, who's the craziest person you've ever dated, or like your worst celebrity match on a dating app or something. It was something along those lines, and he name dropped her and was like, she's off a rocker.
Well, she was with. Do you know who Michael Sheen is? The Welsh actor Michael Sheen.
Charlie Sheen's brother?
No.
Winning.
What do people know? What do people know Michael Sheen from?
Michael Sheen.
I like him a lot. You might recognize him if you saw him. I think the guy's been married like 8 times or something.
Oh,
I mean, he's on a show called Good Omens or something.
Good Omens.
Yeah, on Prime.
I think he was in some of the Harry Potter movies or something.
Might have been, yeah. I think he was in those Underworld movies.
He was in the Underworld
with
movies,
Kate
yeah.
Beckinsale. Well, anyway, she was with Michael Sheen. They have a couple kids, I think. Anyway, she starts doing Underworld and persuades the director to cast Michael Sheen in the film. But then she has an affair with the director.
He's in the Twilight movies too. He's like one of the elder vampires or something.
Okay.
So he's been in a lot of stuff. He's one of those faces like when you see him go, oh, I know that guy. He's got a little arc on 30 Rock too.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, she's like, hey, my boyfriend's an actor too. Could you put him in this movie? And the director does. And then she falls in love with the director.
I could fix her.
He leaves his wife for Kate Beckinsale, and then the whole thing. So who knows? Does that make her crazy? No. I mean, she's living her life the way she wants to. You know, Mary, you know how easy it is for people to throw that crazy, hysterical tag on you.
I've never been called crazy a day in my life.
You've been called angry.
I'm very even-keeled. I'm not dramatic.
Mary Santora, everyone.
Super chill. Super chill.
Hey, here's money. It's $1,000. Second to last chance to win today. So I hope you do. It's $1,000 from the Buzzard bookie.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Bonus. That's bonus. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
5:30 today, 1 hour, will be the last time you can win some money today, and then we'll start it all over again tomorrow. Alan, just so you know, 25, you are well past halfway to 30. I know, I meant in your 20s is what I'm saying. Talking about age-appropriate content within your 20s. That's what I meant. Wait, when are you halfway to 30?
15.
What?
What?
Man. Wow. Okay. Well, I didn't think of that. Are you sure?
I'm pretty positive.
Well, hold on. Let me do it by, hold on.
I'm the
1,
math guy.
2, huh?
I'm the math guy.
I know you are. I have a machine for that. I don't need, okay, so 15, so 5, 10, 15. And then 5, 10, so carry the 2. Yeah, that's halfway to 30.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, you know what screwed me up? That Jennifer Garner movie. It's called 13 Going on 30.
So you thought 25 was halfway to 30.
No,
I thought 30 was next. He's 13.
Right. 1, 2,
Boom,
3, 4.
30.
Yeah, 12, 13, 30. That's what screwed me up. Do you want some vagina news?
Always.
Since you're on the show today? Yeah.
Vagina news.
I'm always on the show.
Huh?
I'm always on the show. I'm
You're
on
not-
the show
you're
now
not on the show
more
next
than
week.
Ever. I'm on the show now more than I ever
I
have
know.
Aren't you out next Thursday and Friday?
been. Yes. But you said like since you're on the
No,
show.
no. I mean, I wouldn't do vagina news on a day you were out. Bill and I can't be in here mansplaining the holiest of holies.
I think we should.
please.
I think we absolutely
No.
can.
Love that.
Come on. We have a handful of bureau chiefs in Key West, Florida. Very bottom of the state there in Key West. And one of them sent me the story about the woman who got in trouble. At first they thought it was a person, obviously because of what they were doing. They assumed it was a guy playing with himself. It wasn't. It was a woman. And they referred to her as being caught vigorously.
Hand in the cookie pot.
Yes. The police report referred to her as vigorously pleasuring herself in public. Now, Key West, very gay friendly. It's a big party scene, obviously. It's hot. It's people are having a good time. You'd think maybe they would cast a blind eye to something like this. This is a 35-year-old woman, so she was halfway on her way to 40. And people reported it to the police, and they initially thought that it was a guy. Officers were dispatched to a local park because of a male who was passed out with his pants down. Now, I don't know how you would mistake a guy with his pants down with a woman. And so the cops get there. This is at 6:30 on a Tuesday morning.
Hell yeah.
Right? Hey, it's never too early to rub one out. And they realized that the person on the ground was a woman. She was lying behind a very famous statue there in Key West of Jose Marti, who is the Cuban independence freedom fighter. So this woman, 6:30, she probably had been there all night, right? Probably passed out.
Yeah, this is like
woke up. She didn't.
Drunk
Yeah, she didn't
on
get up and
something.
go over there. Right. Been there all night probably. And they said that passersby noted to the police that this woman, pants fully down, and a woman there vigorously stimulating herself. Why wouldn't they just write masturbating? Just write masturbating. You got to come up with.
Use the word vigorous.
I mean, do police reports? I love how like cops and law enforcement. It was then that we identified the subject. I mean, it's all very, that's how they talk, but they talk like they are writing up a report. Just write masturbating. Everybody knows what that is. Because guess what? Vigorously stimulating herself. Maybe she was reading some philosophy books.
Quickly.
I don't think so. I don't think that's stimulating.
Maybe she was reading some Jean-Paul Sartre.
I've never seen anyone vigorously read. You can't.
You can't? No.
By
No.
the
She was being
of vigorously.
No, she was vigorously stimulated. She was vigorously stimulating herself. So if you're reading, you're like, I am being vigorously stimulated right now.
I would not put reading and vigorous in the same sentence.
Well, you don't read
you're not a
vigorously,
cop.
do Police identified the woman as Teresa Dunleavy, an Oklahoma native who currently lives in Key West. And as the cops approached...
Did she finish, by the way?
It says as the cops approached, she was pulling her pants up, and she had no idea why the police were being called to the park, which is in the center of Key West.
Sounds like she did.
You know, the city seal of Key West is another day in paradise. And I think that that's a great sentiment, but you're not really living up to it. If a woman just in the park reading can get in this kind of trouble. They charged her with indecent exposure and held her on $5,000 bond. Being arraigned next week. But I just like the notion that people walking by the park were like, there's a guy passed out, and then they get over there, they go, this is, what?
That's actually a lady.
Yeah.
Ladylike behavior.
Not passed out.
Still has her pants off. You thought it was a guy with his pants off. It's a woman with her pants off.
Yeah.
But you have to also think that maybe, who did she call? Had to have called either a girlfriend or someone who partied with her the night before so that they would know. Hey, guess what? I'm in the clink. Can you come get me? What'd you do? Is it a drunken disorderly? Nope.
Nope.
Just reading in the
So
park.
it was just a awakened vigorously.
I was vigorously being awakened by the police.
This seems like they don't have a lot of loved ones.
Really?
People
here's
openly masturbating in a park.
Oh, that's the life. What are you
I don't-
talking about?
No, you're out of your mind. Nobody who does that and gets caught it has a person to call.
You got to make sure you're not
Who are you
getting
gonna call?
caught. What?
There's no one to call.
Somebody to call?
Who?
I don't know. Somebody. I'm saying she was partying with people. She was
If
probably.
she had somebody to call, she wouldn't be outside.
She
She'd be
pa-
at their house.
Well, she passed out. I don't know. She. Let's play this out. She got separated from her group, and
Key
they didn't
West is
realize.
not that big. Have you been there?
No.
It's a very small island.
Of course, but she still. There's a lot of people. I mean, she got separated from her group.
No, I don't think I'm going to go with Mary on this one.
No, I feel like she might
This
live
is not.
in this park.
Oh, I
She might
can't
live
find
in
my
this
friend.
park.
Because if you're separated from your group, you're going to try and find your group. You're not beating off in a park.
Reading, Bill. She was reading.
Vigorously
Stimulating
Yeah. herself.
Maybe she drank high octane coffee. Maybe this is all a misunderstanding. Although she did have her pants down. And the police report did say she was rubbing her genitalia. Maybe it had a stain and she was trying to get it off.
On her skin?
Yes! Stained skin. There's your vagina news.
Vagina news!
What's a finger bang? Finger bang, 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 finger bang, bang, finger bang, 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 finger bang, bang, finger bang, 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 finger bang, bang, finger bang, bang, bang.
Has Brian ever lived in Key West by any chance? You know,
Yes.
Brian who calls us all the time?
Oh, not my Brian.
Not your Brian. This Brian. Finger bang Brian. Maybe he knows something we don't know.
Finger bang, bang,
All right.
bang, bang,
We got reports of someone making macaroni and cheese in the park.
bang, bang, finger bang, bang,
There are plenty of
bang,